you. Good evening and welcome to the online screening premiere of the Sounds of Hlakanyana. I'm Zolani Shangase.
And I'm Michael William Wallace, and together we are Madevu Entertainment.
Music and folklore are two quintessential parts of the African heritage. And this year, UJ Arts and Culture, a division of the Faculty of Art, Design and Architecture, celebrate this Heritage Day in partnership with Madevu Entertainment to bring you a taste of both and a little bit more.
The Sounds of Hlakanyana consists of 5 songs that were recorded live on stage at the UJ Arts and Culture Centre and will feature in the musical come 2022. But for tonight, we've added some of the text and script from the script development process, narrated by Napo Mashiane.
It is no secret that the arts have been hit the hardest by the COVID-19 pandemic, and the road to Hlakanyana has certainly not been an easy one. We've faced multiple challenges along the way, but with each challenge, the team at UJ and the creative team that we put together have managed to rise above those challenges, whilst innovating and developing for the future. We cannot wait to grow this production from strength to strength.
We would like to thank our partner and co-producer, UJ Arts and Culture, and their team for the continued support from inception to where we are today. We would also like to say thank you to the performers who've collaborated with us, and we cannot wait for the world to hear the music we've created.
We would also like to thank our sponsors, the National Arts Council, the Arts and Culture Trust, and Nedbank Affinity Partner, and Business and Arts South Africa, and finally, Distal. Hlakanyana will premiere at UJ Arts Centre as soon as it is safe for our performers and audiences to be back in the theatre. We personally cannot wait for you to be in the theatre and to experience the magic that is Hlakanyana.
For now, we hope you enjoy this teaser of what's to come.
Happy Heritage Day! Now sit back and enjoy the sounds of Hlakanyana.
I am the founder and convener of the Africa Brand Summit. The Africa Brand Summit is about interrogating Africa's brand potential. What it means is we look at Africa obviously at a continental level, at the regional level, at the country level, and we look at the things that impact or that inform perceptions about Africa. What are the good things, what are the negative things? How do we invest in enhancing the positive stuff about Africa, and how do we invest in progressively eliminating the negative stuff. So it's not about marketing the continent, it's about saying to ourselves, what are the pillars upon which Africa, the brand, stands, and how do we make them stronger so that more Africans can benefit, but also Africa can stand shoulder to shoulder with other parts of the world and not be the begging guy all the time, weak, seem to be needing pity and little scraps that get thrown to us all the time. So I think that Africa has got massive unrealized potential, and Africa Brand Summit seeks to unearth that potential. Destination brands are very complex. They are informed by politics, by economics, by social issues. So the artists, especially in Africa, Africa has got massive diversity and wealth in artistic presentation and artistic stories, performance, creativity. I think there are ways to tell African stories. We hear a lot of people saying, but our stories get told by other people. We need to tell our own stories. Of course we have to tell our own stories, but it doesn't mean that other people will not tell us their own stories. But we have to tell us our own stories in such a compelling way that people will choose us, not other people telling our own stories. I think up to now, we fail because it could be a matter of resources. Other people have a lot more money to put into productive initiatives to tell African stories. But I think there's an opportunity for us to say, who are we as African? What are our stories? What are the stories that go from one country to another country, one region to another region, that effectively they cover the whole continent in terms of where we come from, who we are as a people, the expression of the African culture, the African persona or person still has a long way to go before it gets to a point where it's told in a way that is compelling, attractive, and not begging. I think what I really hate about Africa is that we tend to be portrayed as people who are just begging or who are just there to entertain others. We must tell our stories not because we want to entertain for the money, like street dancers, but because it's just part of who we are. All brands, I always talk about brands needing four things. One, vision. Africans across the board have to agree what kind of Africa they want to see, to live in, to be part of in 20, 30, 50 years' time. So there's got to be a vision. Vision is important. But leadership is also important. What kind of leaders do we need to get us there? And the third thing is values. What are the values? What are the things that we are happy to embrace and things that we're not happy to embrace? And what do we do when the things that we're not happy to embrace happen? So we need to have leadership, we need to have a vision, we need to have values. But we also have to have a sense of like a 360-degree view of the world, because Africa is not an island. We are part of a global ecosystem, as it were. But we have an African contribution to make to the global ecosystem. So Africa has to be very clear about what it wants to be known for, as opposed to what it's been known for up to now. And it has to actively invest in those things, whether it's the arts, the sports, economics, politics, the way we do things. We have to hold people accountable. I think Africa is guilty of huge levels of impunity. People get away with all sorts of things in Africa. Because maybe the African civil societies across the board are not strong enough, independent enough, talkative enough, united enough to push back against what's not acceptable. So we, as Africans, have to decide what we really want for ourselves, because all of that will determine Africa's brand. What does Africa's association seen from outside the African continent? It shouldn't be determined by other outside people. We should inform perceptions about Africa, and we should be clear about what perceptions we want about Africa. So there's huge potential in Africa as a brand, but it's unrealized because we are too uncoordinated. We don't have the right leadership. We accept a lot of things that shouldn't be accepted. We defend the indefensible all the time. So it's how you tell the story. So Africa has got something to offer that nobody else can offer. Not Europe cannot offer what Africa has to offer. South Asia cannot offer it. North America cannot offer it. So we have a role to play in that is African. But we have to define that role. We have to agree because we are a very complex country, a continent with 54 countries, some territories, and a francophone, anglophone, hispanophone. So it makes it really difficult. But in the end, we need to say this is our contribution to the world, and we are proud to associate ourselves with it. But until we define that contribution to the world, we're not going to play the role that we must. I really don't think that Africa is playing the role that it should in the global ecosystem of humanity. I think Africa is very generous with story potentials, with stories that are waiting to be written, stories that are waiting to be told, the dances that are waiting to be danced, to be performed on stages. I think creatives in Africa, you cannot be an African creative and not have anything to say.
Metapo, roots, deep, deep in the ground. Fighting to come out of the soil. Worms feeding on the roots, drinking the water from last night rain. Oola. Birds as they come down and patch themselves onto the soil. Mobu. Digging into the soil to find the fattest worm. A bristling cold chill like a silent echo. A silenced voice that cries from somewhere. Somewhere far. I hear the wind. It is soft. It is dark. It is crying. I am that. I am these. I am those. I am thee. I have been that. Between and beyond after. Inna litsatsi. I am the clear blue sky. Yet I look down on earth and the trees and plants and birds, people, carrying water. Jwalo ka hlokwana la tsela, whispering in chatter. Batho ba rona looking for food, greeting each other. Oh, I breathe in the sand of earth jumping. I see bana bala batlolaka. Don't touch. I feel there is something in the air. Something has changed her. Fela he ke a ipotsa hore, what is it?
Ukhaleli ngane zakhe black and bruised, black and ruined, black and bruised, black and ikhaya labantwana awunonkosikazi wami thula mntwana usukhala mntwana ubaba uyonisebenzela ngoba ngiyanithanda
So be kind, Buster. You really do matter.
Khale, khale. In the village, like any other, where the sun rises early and the water runs freely, the humming of hope and love could be heard by all. Ke re ke batho kaofela. Bomme preparing meals. Ha bana bona playing in the trees. Diphoofolo tse nonneng, tse shahlileng, grazing in the fields. Like any village, hona le morena le mofumahadi, the king and the queen who ruled over the lands. Fela, the king's home had been cursed with fruitfulness, as every family in this tribe had bore an heir to their own family tree. All except the king's home. Fela, this did not upset the queen in the slightest of way. She saw every child as her own and loved them regardless hore ine ele bana ba mang. Highly the king's heart, it was filled with arrogance and ego. Go unai khantsha ana le boikgohomoso. Sure. What was to become of his legacy? Yet he felt the unignorable shame, building and building and building inside him, for he did not have a son. Mama. Mama. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Whoa, whoa.
yo, Emma, what happened there? My bubble.
Who is it, where is it, what is it I fear? He's entitled. Tola Faye, everybody's trying to hear.
Bakunani and Lizzie Webb.
It's an easy 1, 2, 3, high roll.
In the puddle.
Our song. Let's go.
And how did it get here? And how, and who is the where is the what is it? Who is the where is the what is it? Who is the where is the what is it? And how did it get here? It's like this. No matter got not both for that. Get again, best friend on that.
That day may just happen today. That day may just happen today.
And how did it get here? And how, and who is the where is the what is it? Who is the where is the what is it? Who is the where is the what is it? And how did it get here? Who is the where is the what is it? Who is the where is the what is it? Who is the where is the what is it? And how, and how.
Kina Mino. I am the music of burning, the music of wood hurting, catching, fading, fainting. I am the music of wood dying, wailing and racing, spreading and chasing and tracing. I dance. I draw you close. I warm you, bring you closer. But if you try to capture me, o tla utlwa ka letlalo. The sting, the burn, you can't contain what is free. I'm the ever powerful Jaloka Mudimu Lebadim. The sun, my father. The moon, my mother. I'm the successor to the most powerful in all the universe. I will come back, however many times you attempt to stop me. I could dry out, inflame all the elements. I will rekindle, then punish by taking away the things you value most. Burn your food, torch your house, incinerate your soul, ignite your loved ones, one by one, by one, so you don't have any of them any longer. Kimullo. Fire is power.
the night and know the moon is by my side and she is smiling. Like a lullaby, my mother's voice I'll keep inside like perfect timing.
Dive beyond the sky, the bird will turn its head and cry, so you keep flying. But like the life you hide, my soul is never far behind. It's in you.
Into the waters, taste the tones of sons and daughters, quench their laughter as they brighten.
Keep a crumb to spare and share the path. Your part of sparks the stars are after as they're lighting. It's so exciting
and oh so frightening.
It's the sunrise. Peek and read the wildings growing. Learn to speak, each leaf is showing which direction you are going. Rest and breathe, believe the willows. Ground and kiss your feet to let you know sometimes the slow is sweet reclining. Seek and you shall find, for when you search, the earth has left behind it writing. Teach it to the blind, and soon enough a hand will reach your love's blinding. Insisting in her hums, the storm can't be undone. You are born to sun, it comes to no surprise. My sun will rise, it's not surprising. No, it's not surprising. My sun will rise. Hlakanyana,
Round and round the circle goes, spinning round the world's unknown. Swirling, 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 spinning sounds that twist the moonlit sky. The galaxies, the stars. Round and round the circle folds. Round the ground begins to sow. Fire playing, roaring, scoring what we want to know. Waiting for glory yet unknown. Waiting for stories yet untold. You dream, you sleep, you swim, you lie. Round and round I have to grow. Stop the world, we may explode. There was no seat at the back of the bus, no strings connecting the hearts. Just winding just winding winds of change. Don't mind the wind as change. Round and round the spinning top. Use the string, connect the dots. Round and round the story goes. Round and round the story goes. Round and round the story goes. Change, the pulling chains. We're inclined to the moonlit sky. Chains, the pulling change. We're inclined to the moonlit sky. Change, the pulling chains. We're inclined to the moonlit sky. When betting find my way between her sound. You'll find your ground. I will find my way into the ground.
We must learn to look back like the Sankofa. Sankofa teaches us that we must go back to our roots in order to move forward. That is, we should reach back and gather the best of what our past has to teach us, so that we can achieve our full potential as we move forward. Hobane pele, iya pele. Whatever we have lost, forgotten, forgone, or been stripped of can be reclaimed, revived, preserved, and perpetuated. Teach the weak. Let them hatch and grow and sing, for it will save our fragile future. Sankofa. Welcome, Hlakanyana, to a new beginning where everyone inherits life. Bophelo.
just trying to hear. It's an easy 1, 2, 3, I know.